Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're having a very good day. So it's the beginning of March, so it's time to start off the month with, of course, a monthly book haul, and I'm very excited for this theme because it's pretty epic. That's pretty much the theme right there. Epic books, epic adventures, epic authors, yeah, So let's get started with the haul. I'm very excited. As you guys know, towards the end of the month, I believe it's March 23rd, is the release of the Hunger Games movie, and I'm very excited for the movie. And yes, I will be reviewing that movie at the end of the month. I will be doing a book and movie adaptation of the Hunger Games, but I won't be rereading the Hunger Games book in anticipation for the movie release. So I know, and I think a lot of people will be doing that, but you know, I just want to see how the movie is, how the movie stands on its own, and we'll see how it goes. Anyways, so let's get started with this book haul, guys. Epic is our theme, inspired by the Hunger Games movie that is coming out at the end of the month. Of course, what's more epic than The Fault in Our Stars by John Green? I know, yes, I will be reading this book this month, guys, and I'm very excited. You know, usually when you think of epic, you don't think of contemporary realistic fiction. But as you guys know, John Green and everyone in Nerdfighteria made The Fault in Our Stars a very epic book, and I'm very excited. Oh, and do you guys want to see John Green squiggly right over there? It's very nice and loopy, so I like it a whole lot. I was very excited when I received The Fault in Our Stars in the mail, and yeah, it took me like about 2 months to get to it, but I finally got to it. And so for this month, instead of doing a book review at the end of the month, I will be doing a discussion video as soon as I finish it. And this will be the first book on my reading list, so hopefully I can get this out to you in the next week or so. And if you're wondering why I'm doing a discussion video than your usual book review, is because everyone's already read it. So really, do you need a book review to read The Fault in Our Stars? I don't think so. Everyone just wants to talk about it and see what other people think about the book. So we'll discuss this. So it'll be kind of like a book review, but with spoilers and discussion. It'll be also a discussion video of what's going on down here. So I'm very excited. It's so pretty. So The Fault in Our Stars is one of the YA books I will be reading this month. As for my second read, it's another YA book, and I'm very excited for. It's epic in my eyes anyways. I will be reading the last book in the Chaos Walking series, guys. Oh my gosh, it's Monsters of Men by Patrick Ness. This is the third book in the Chaos Walking trilogy. I'm very excited. Yep, it's that thick. It's quite the read, but I think I will read this just as fast as the other two books. The story, the characters are just great. The adventure is amazing. When I first read The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness, the first book, you know, I had the same rush of feelings when I read The Hunger Games. It was amazing. I loved it. It's nothing like The Hunger Games at all. This story and adventure is quite unique and different. And I love our main character, Todd. He's amazing. I love him. I just want to, you know, take care of him. It's like it's going to be okay. And hopefully it's going to be okay in this last book. You know, those last books in series that I wasn't jiving with, those usually stand out to me the most, and I was afraid of reading Monsters of Men because I felt it was going to be one of those books where I was going to be disappointed by, but I've been hearing some really great things about the last book and that it's a great conclusion to the trilogy. So I'm very excited. I'm going to be so sad when it's done though. Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite sci-fi dystopia-ish books. I don't think it's really dystopia, but it's definitely sci-fi. If you haven't read the first two books in the Chaos Walking series, check it out, because when I review this, I won't be able to talk about this book without spoiling the first two books, so get on that. And so the next book I'm going to check out, guys, is an adult book, and I'm very excited for this as well. And this is usually the book you think of epic adventure fantasy. It is The Clash of Kings by George R.R. Martin. Yeah! And this is the hardback edition. So like a year after I get my paperback HBO cover edition, the publishers decide to republish the series in hardcover in these really awesome covers, and now, yeah, I know. Anyways, if you guys don't know, this is the second book in the series, A Song of Ice and Fire. The first book is Game of Thrones, and I'm very excited to read this. You know, it's really long, but it's going to be a great story. The characters are awesome. It was so good. Each chapter was amazing, and yeah, hopefully Joffrey gets his Someone kick his ass, seriously. Anyways, the synopsis, I don't really know what's going down in A Clash of Kings. It was pretty insane in Game of Thrones. I don't know how Clash of Kings is going to top it. I'm really looking forward to it, so that's that. So my classic read I'm going to check out this month, The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. I'm very excited for this as well. As you guys know, the movie adaptation is being released at the end of the year. I'm so excited for that. When I first watched the trailer, I didn't even realize Bilbo Baggins is freaking Martin Freeman, who plays Watson in Sherlock Holmes. And of course, Benedict Cumberbatch plays a voice in The Hobbit, and oh my gosh, I didn't even know. Oh, and speaking of Benedict Cumberbatch, he is in the new Star Trek film. Anyways, enough movie talk right now. We're talking about The Hobbit. We're talking about the awesomeness of The Hobbit. This was first published in 1937. A lot of people read this book when they were younger, during middle school, and I am reading it now. I know. I have not read the Lord of the Rings books yet either. I was actually planning to do the Lord of the Rings month this month, but of course, if I read all those books, I had to watch the movies, and doing all the books and the movies at the same time, plus The Hunger Games, my brain would kind of explode from all the awesome epicness. So I thought I would like hold off on the Lord of the Rings till, you know, I get my stuff together. So you can only experience so much awesome in 1 month, and they say you should read them in order of when they were published, and so The Hobbit was the first one. So those are the books I plan on reading and reviewing and discussing. But I also bought one more book at the bookstore because, you know, it's The Hunger Games. So before we had The Hunger Games and before we had Battle Royale, we had The Long Walk, and this was written by Richard Bachman, which is actually a pseudonym of Stephen King. Yeah, I know. If you guys don't know what The Long Walk is, basically it takes place in the future. Every year, 100 boys participate in the long walk, and if they slow down, speed up, or stumble, something really bad happens. They get warnings, and you do not want to get your final warning because something really bad happened. It's pretty darn brutal and horrifying, I've heard. You know, when I first mentioned The Hunger Games to one of my coworkers, it reminded him of this story, so I really wanted to check it out. We'll see how it compares. Obviously, it's not the same, but how brutal and bloodthirsty this society is, definitely portrayed in The Long Walk. I'm very excited. It's going to be an epic month. Anyways, guys, I will talk to you later. I have to get started on some of these books because they're pretty damn long, so have a good one. Bye!